What is going on, everybody? Week 8. This is going to be the final week where we're documenting chasing scratch. So that's been my goal since 2 months ago, was want to get my game back in shape a little bit. Been teaching a lot and not really spending a lot of time practicing. That is kind of the life of a teaching professional. But you know what? Just decided, hey, let's start putting a little bit of time back into this, and let's see if we can get back to a little bit of a resemblance of where I used to be with my game. So we are going to start it off this week. We're starting at a 1.8 index. Now, the plan, after looking at all the stats and evaluating, has been that my long game has really been struggling. I've been struggling to get off the tee and do some things there, and really just have, you know, any semblance of a good looking shot at the green. And that's really, I think, kind of hurt me a little bit. My short game, my putting is dramatically improved, so that's good. But now we got to get off the tee. So I have to tackle this in a couple ways. One, I've got to check out my swing. It's not looking too great at the moment, so I'm going to check it out and work on it a little bit. But I'm also going to get a little bit of help, because I was trying last week to work on my swing and even the week before, and I'm not getting anywhere. So I'm going to go to help, get somebody to take a look at it, and then have them give me some feedback. So that's normal. That's what I like to do. It makes me feel confident, and that's what we're going to do this week. So I'm going to work on that, and then we're going to try to get some rounds in. As I always say, I have to get rounds in to get the handicap to change and be able to make those scores count and get rid of some of the other scores that were making it go up. So that's going to be our goal for the week. Let's get to it. So in that practice session, it was okay, but I can just tell, like, I don't have a feel. I'm doing the same things, and it's like, all right, hey, it kind of looks okay, but the biggest thing I'm noticing is, like, my balance just doesn't feel good. I should not have to be struggling this hard to hit a golf ball, and it just feels like that. Like, when I'm going to hit it and I'm done, it's like, man, I'm all over. And so that's going to be one of the big questions I have for my coach. And I work with a coach named Alexander Theodore, who is out in Del Mar, California. And, you know, we are working remotely. I've actually never met him, but I've worked with him because he works with another person I know, and he has very similar philosophy to what I teach. So everything we do matches and melds well together, and it's a little bit of a different philosophy than what you're seeing in the kind of the Instagram world that is so popular, and that's fine. I don't want that. I don't think that's what's good for me. So we're going with this style, and we're gonna take a look at it and see what's going on. So we're gonna take the lesson.
107. And it was kind of, you know, get the club green out. And they more there.
So it was a good session, a really, really, really good session. So I sent him some swings, and then we were talking about it in the Zoom. And as you can see, one of the things is I have a lot of questions, and I want to understand. I know in 30 minutes of talking with him that I'm not going to get it, right? Like, I'm not going to have it 100% and be nailing it, and I'm going to have to go work on it. So my goal in a lesson, and anytime I'm working with somebody, is to understand what I need to be doing and then take those ideas and then go practice them. So that's what we're trying to do here, and that's why you can see I'm trying to think of questions, things that I'm trying to get, and try to think all the ways that I might get confused going forward, because I want to be able to answer those without getting myself even further down a different route, because I am just getting confused while I'm out there swinging. The biggest thing that we noticed in my swing was I tend to just get a little lost throughout the swing with where I'm trying to go. You know, the moves aren't too bad. When I'm on the course, I'm lacking a little bit of torso rotation, so my upper body is getting a little bit, just not moving as much. That's why my swings are not looking so good as opposed to the range. But other than that, just making sure I'm not using too much wrist. I tend to set the club too much by hinging my wrists, so we're trying to take that out as well. And the last thing is realizing that, you know what, my 60% effort swing hits it farther because I swing it correctly. So I have to slow things down, which is hard, but I can feel the swing, and we're going to test it out and actually see if I got faster because I'm swinging a little bit more correctly as we're going. So we're going to have some results on that in a future video. But anyway, that's what we're working on. Felt really good. We got to practice a little bit, and then we've got a couple rounds where we're going to try this out. All right, good morning. We're here. One of my favorite courses. Oh, look at that sunrise. One of my favorite courses in the area, Heritage Bluffs. First one's off on a Friday here. Like it. Let's get after it. All right, so round one there, that is Heritage Bluffs. That is an awesome golf course, one of my favorites. It went okay. I was disappointed in what I shot. I shot 78, and I shot 1 over on the front. I shot 5 over on the back because and it was a lot at the end. I mean, I birdied the 10th hole to get it back to even, and that's a tough hole. And, you know, and then I hit it out of play on 11, penalty stroke. And then I had to struggle on 12. Like, again, I had a bad drive, you know, and had to struggle there. It just, I don't know if it's like an energy thing, maybe. That's something else we might have to address. But, you know, it just quite wasn't working there. So, I don't know. It's still something we're going to be working on with the driver. We got to get some more practice in before the next round. So, we'll keep going with it. 0.9. So we dropped a stroke there from one round to the next. So we're not quite at the goal of scratch. Scratch again, you got to get to 0. So we got another stroke to go, but feeling really good about what's going on. And, I think it's just a matter of time and just get a few rounds in. We got a couple in there in the upper 70s that we're going to have to get rid of. But, yeah, I feel really good about that one. So one of the things I wanted to talk about is why did I do this? Why chase scratch and why film it? Why put this out there? Because one of the things that I've realized in coaching in general and coaching people is, and I've had some conversations with students about this, is I take for granted that I know what to do. And as a kid, I don't know where I learned it, but somehow I knew what the process of improvement was. Like I knew, all right, hey, I'm gonna make some swings. I'm gonna be making swings and making them in a mirror or on a camera nowadays, or I'm going to be hitting shots and swinging slower than I normally would. And I'm also going to struggle. Like it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. I knew these things, and I've been talking with people a lot of late, and it doesn't seem like that's a prevalent thing. Everything nowadays seems like, all right, do these 3 things and you're immediately going to hit your driver better, or do this or do that. And it just does not work like that. It doesn't work like that. And you have to look at things and you have to follow a process of improvement. And I think that's very, very enjoyable. I think it can be very frustrating when you think, oh, I've got to do this and that should instantly make it better. And then it doesn't. If you buy into the idea that, you know what, we're going to just constantly be looking at our game, creating plans, working on those, and then seeing what we do, seeing how it goes. You could see I didn't have it work perfectly every time, but I just kept working at it. That makes it a lot more fun, and you start enjoying the process. I've never wanted to get out and hit ball. I can't remember the last time I've wanted to get out and practice or go play. I mean, I'm getting up and getting out there at 5:45, 5:50 in the morning, which I never would have done before because I want to play, and that's the only time I'm going to be able to do it. So it's one of those things that if we can buy into a process, we tend to get better, and we get better quickly. Now, to be fair, I do have some advantages. One, I knew all this stuff going in, so I believe it. I don't doubt that that's how this is going to work. 2, I have been at a level better than what I'm trying to get to now. So I know I have that ability. So I'm going from a handicap level to another handicap level, and I've been actually better than that. So I know I can get there. So that helps. Let's be honest. That does help. But again, it doesn't change whether you're trying to break 100, whether you're trying to break 90, whether you're trying to break 80. We have to decide on what we're going to do, stick to it, and go work at it. And it's not something that changes daily. It might be weekly, it might be monthly, it might be yearly. It's something that you're going to stick with for a little bit and get it to work. And you have to take all these steps to make it work when it counts, which is on the golf course. So that was my goal with doing this, and that's why I was hoping to make this, and I had a blast doing it. And hopefully this helps you with your journey in this game and trying to get better and shoot lower scores. So again, thank you everybody for the feedback on the series. We're going to be looking to do this again with one of you, so stay tuned for info about that, and I can't wait to help you all out. And so thanks everybody for tuning in. Hopefully you're out there chasing your goals, and I can't wait to hear about you getting to them. So thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Peace.